Good evening, Francis. Just showing you, this is our platen for our vacuum press. So, and we have a vacuum bag. This is a big 8x4. Actually, it's larger than that. It's almost 9 foot by almost 5 foot bag. And so it uses the air pressure. Air pressure around us is 14.7 psi. You suck all the air out, and that becomes a vacuum press that every square inch is almost 15 pounds. So take those square inches. What do you got here? Just 20 by 4. Well, let's make it simple. 20 by 5. You got 100 square inches. We got 1,400 pounds of pressure putting these two pieces of wood together. So anyway, you can imagine how many square inches of how much pressure we're going to have on at 14.7 psi, putting two sheets of plywood together. We're going to load these sheets of plywood on the or in the bag, and then we're going to set the vacuum press up, pull a vacuum on it, and hold it overnight tomorrow night. And that will make the blank for your transom. This is the vacuum press down here, and it's automatic. If there's any leakage of air into this, then the vacuum press will see that, and the pump will turn back on and hold a continuous vacuum of about 25 inches of mercury on this, which is nearly a perfect vacuum. I think 27 inches of mercury is perfect vacuum. So anyhow, that's what we're getting ready to do here. Thank you very much for your payment the other day, by the way. I have a question for you. I think I've asked it before, but we're at a point now where we need to know the answer so we can continue. The question is, do you want to have your splash whale painted? In which case we can use structural plywood, which doesn't have a very pretty grain, but that's all we need because we would be painting it. Or do you want to varnish it? Because if you're going to varnish it, then what we need to do is we need to use the vacuum press, and what we would do is put our plywood in here, and then put a sheet of veneer over the plywood and press that all together that way. And then, of course, by the way, on the transom, we're going to start off with 2 sheets of 1/4 inch or 3/4 inch plywood, and then we're going to use some planks. We've resawn some planks that have a nice ribbon grain to them. So those planks will go on and be glued to the 3/4 inch plywood, the 2 layers of 3/4 inch plywood, but that'll be in a separate operation. We'll do the plywood first, and then we'll clamp together the wood on top of the plywood, and then we'll vacuum press that. But anyway, like I say, we're at a critical path point on your splash whale, because we're going to be making a splash whale. Well, it's going to also double as your reinforcement and your tie-in of the transom. There, our pump just kicked on, and it's going to do this all through the night to maintain a constant vacuum on this. That'll glue it together, and we just put together a few pieces of wood to see how well this works. So anyhow, going back to the splash well, the splash well is going to help tie, the sides of the splash well are going to help tie the new transom into the stringers down here. And these will go all the way down. This one goes all the way down to an outer stringer, and then we'll be coming up on the inner stringers here, be coming up underneath the splash well. Same thing on the other side. Well, it's not on the other, that's not in the mock-up over there. But so that's, basically what all the support for the transom is going to be also part of the splash well. So we need to know if you want it to be pretty or not before we can take the next step. Thank you, sir.